I'm back. This time I have a little mini lesson on multiplying fractions. Fractions are tough for kids in middle school. I have 4 reasons why fractions are tough. The first is just a weakness with basic math facts. If you can't if you can't multiply or divide rapidly, you're going to struggle with fractions. You have to be able to do both multiplication and division quickly in order to be successful with fractions. So the kids that I see the most success can multiply or divide upwards of 30 facts a minute. If you are one of those kids who can only do 5 to 20 facts in a minute, you're going to struggle with this because your memory is just not working quick enough for you to get those problems done in a timely manner. A related memory issue that some students have is we have different rules. Adding a fraction is a lot different than multiplying a fraction, and they mix those rules up. So memory issues in that way is also a struggle. We're multiplying fractions, so we do not need common denominators. That's what I'm talking about with mixing up rules. Sometimes kids will find common denominators when they're multiplying fractions. Don't do that because you will get things wrong. The last thing that many students will struggle with is they will not know how to simplify, and they'll struggle with simplifying fractions because their division skills are so weak. I'm going to move us on to an example problem, and so stay tuned and we will take care of that. We'll actually put this work into practice. So here I have 1/2 times 2/8. In multiplying fractions, we're just going to multiply across. So what I mean by that is we're going to take our numerator to numerator and we're going to multiply. So 1 times 2 is 2. And we are going to take our denominator and our denominator and multiply those two numbers together. So 2 times 8 is 16. All right, I need to simplify. When I look at this, I need to simplify. Why? Because both of those are even numbers. What I'm going to do is show you step by step how I do that. I have a common factor for both of these numbers, and it is 2. So I'm going to divide the numerator by 2, and then I'm going to divide the denominator by 2. That's the biggest number that I can take out of both of these. All right, so 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 1/8 is this fraction that we are multiplying. That's the answer. All right, let's pause for a second and then we will try the next video. All right, so in this next example I have 2/10 times 2/5. Again, we're going to multiply the numerators and then we will multiply the denominators. So let's see what this equals. 2 times 2 is 4. And 10 times 5 is 50, so I have 4 over 50. So now I need to, again, find a multiple. 4 will not go into 50. 4 times 12 is 48, so that's as close as I can get. So the biggest number that I can take out of these is, again, a 2, because both of them are even numbers. 50 divided by 2 is 25, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that's my answer, 2 over 25. I'm going to show you a little trick with the same problem, so let's slide to the next slide. Here we are with the same problem. My little trick that I can do is called cross cancellation. I'm going to cross out my 2 and I'm going to cross out my 10. That's because they're both even numbers and I can get a 2 out of them. Can't get anything else out of them. When I divide 2 divided by 2, I get 1, and 10 divided by 2, I get 5. Right? When we multiply across, we have 2, 5 times 5 is 25, 2 over 25. Yes, that is the correct answer, and it's the same answer that we got on the last page. The difference is here I just simplified my fraction because I saw that I could take a common factor out of my cross products. So, watch this little segment as many times as it takes to learn how to multiply fractions.